Okay, so we're going to start off with a piece of Whisper White thick cardstock that's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. We've got 2 pieces of shaded spruce that is 5 1/4 by 4. We have, oh, I bit the corner of that. We have a piece of just regular Whisper White that is 5 1/4 by, no, 5 by 3 3/4, I think. Then I have 2, just in case I mess up. So these are, I'm doing great. Hope you're doing okay. This is 2 by 2 3/8, I think. No, 2 3/4. And then this is going to be, this is from the Plaid Tidings Designer Series paper. This, and it's on sale at 15% off. So this is really cool paper because it's, you could use it for Christmas, you could use it for fall, you could, there's other colors in there that you could use for any time of the year, for birthdays or just a thinking of you or anything that you'd like. So this is going to be 2 1/4 by 3. So, and that's just going to layer under here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to put all this stuff aside for right now. And this piece right here, one of these is going to go in this inside of the card, and the other one is for the outside of the card. But what we're going to do is we have got a brand new embossing folder, and this is called the Evergreen Forest 3D folder. And all you do is you just stick this in here wherever you want your trees to land on your paper, and you just stick it in there and you run it through your machine. So we've already done that, and this is what you get. So hopefully you guys can see that, because that to me is really, really pretty. I wasn't really fond of this folder when I saw it in the catalog. I'm not really sure why I didn't like it. It's not that I didn't like it. I just didn't think it would be something that I would get. But I've seen some things done with it that are, they're breathtaking. They are just, they're beautiful. So I thought, wow, there really is a lot more uses to this than just this. But wait till you see some of the stuff that we're going to do today. It's absolutely beautiful. So that's that. That's the Evergreen embossing folder. So I am going to fold our cardstock, and I did not score that straight. Oh well. Nothing's straight with me. And today my brain feels like it's mush, but anyway, I think that's most days. All right, so we're just gonna put that on there like that, but before I glue that down, I want to make sure that that's where I want it. Then our other piece is right here, and that, did I do the wrong piece? No, I didn't. I grabbed, here it is. Oh, I tell you, my brain is a little mushy today. That goes to that card. Okay. I know, isn't that cool? It's so, so pretty. So this is going to get layered down like so. And I am going to go ahead and do that because I always forget to do the inside of our cards on our Facebook Lives. So the only thing that I'm going to do to decorate this is I am going to cut a strip of the Designer Series paper. And then I'm just going to leave it blank so that later on I can stamp a sentiment if I want to, or I can just write in it, whatever I choose to do. So, or I may give this card away to whoever shares this video, will be entered into a drawing. How about that? I haven't done that in a while, so I think that's what I'll do. So we're going to go ahead and cut a piece of that Designer Series paper that I had right here because I cut the square off Well, you know what? It never fails. I always miss something on our Facebook Lives, don't I? Something always gets misplaced. So, that can be an easy fix. We'll just bring this paper on in. Right here. As soon as I cut this, I'll find my extra piece that I had. I don't know what I did with it. It was here. Okay, so this is the plaid tiding. So see, you've got this. That could be for any season. This could be fall or any season. So it's really a really fun pack of paper. And plaids are really in right now too. So let me see, which one is it? Here it is. So we'll just cut another piece. How about that? All right. So I'm just going to cut a piece with my trimmer. That's probably, I'm going to say probably 3/4. We're going to do 3/4 of an inch. So I'm just going to stick it in here, line it up to 3/4. Maybe a 1/2 inch would be wide enough too. I think I'll do 1/2 inch. Okay. And I'm just going to cut that down. So if you are in need of a paper trimmer, this is a really good paper trimmer to have. It's only $25. It comes with a scoring blade and the cutting blade. And I've used this cutting blade a lot. It hasn't been, hey Tony, it hasn't dulled on me at all. And the arm extends out like so, and it's very slimline, so it's easy to store. It's lightweight. It's got this little lip up here, so it helps you keep your paper straight. So if you know that your paper is pushed up there, that it's gonna cut straight. I just never pay attention to putting it up straight there. So it's only $25. So if you need a paper trimmer, I highly recommend that one, except for I glued the white piece down, so now I'm going to have to cut this to, what did I say it was? I think I said it was 5 1/4, I think. Oops, 5 1/4, 5 1/4, 5 1/4. Okay, so we're going to cut this at 5 1/4 too. So just like so. And we are going to go ahead and glue this piece down. Just like so. And I'm not going to bring it all the way to the bottom of our card. I'm going to leave, oh, I still didn't cut that right. Well, I tell you. That's going to be close enough though. Just like so. Okay, so there we go. So there is the inside of our card. We're going to go ahead and put that in there. Just like that. We're going to layer this in here. You know what? I am thinking that this piece probably is not cut right. We'll find out. I don't think I did. I don't think I cut it right. All right, there we go. All right, so now this piece here is going to go on top like so. I cut it right. All right. And then this piece here, these two pieces, we're going to move this to the side. Am I confusing you guys? Tony, I'm really sorry that you're having problems breathing. I hope your doctors really figure out what that is and what it's caused from. Except for I know you have asthma, and I know you have really bad asthma. I really am sorry to hear. Okay, so since our background here is green, shaded spruce, we're going to stamp our Christmas tree. So the stamp set that I'm using is a returning favorite. It's called Perfectly Plaid, and we're going to use this little image right here of this Christmas tree. You can two-step this, but for this card I'm not going to two-step. I'm just going to do the singular. So I'm going to ink that up in Cherry Cobbler, because one of the things that I absolutely love about Stampin' Up! Is all their colors coordinate. So their designer series paper, I know that this is cherry cobbler, and I know that this, I think this is shaded spruce. If it's not, I'm using it anyway, and it matches pretty good. Actually, it's probably garden green, but I know that some of the papers in this pack is shaded spruce. So it tells me, it helps me to pick my colors out to coordinate with it. So we're going to coordinate with the cherry cobbler. And I'm just going to stamp that towards the top because I'm going to stamp my sentiment on the bottom. So I'm at a weird angle here trying to see what I'm doing. So right about there, hopefully I stamped that good. Whew. Okay, now we can do one of two things. I can stamp my sentiment in cherry cobbler, or I can stamp my sentiment in shaded spruce. So I thought, let's try the shaded spruce first. So I am going to just try to line this up in the center towards the bottom. Like, I'm hoping I'm going to stamp straight because I don't have my sticker on here. Ah, not too bad. And I think I do like that. I think the red in the red would be a lot of red. So I think I'm going to just leave it just like that. So I'll let that dry because that ink is really juicy. And it is going to get layered right behind or right on top of our plaid paper here, our plaid tidings. I'm going to close this up. And I am going to just go ahead and glue this down. I'm just going to use some liquid glue. And I'm going to center it right on here, like so. And then we're going to put some dimensionals on here. And I'm just going to put 4, I think. All right, so there we go. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, which I love this. If you guys don't have this, I highly recommend this one too. All right, just off like so. We're going to bring our background there, and I'm just going to put that right there. And then I think I'm just going to glue this flat down too. You could pop this up as well if you wanted to, but I am just going to glue it straight down. So it's going to go just like so. Just like that. So there we go. So a cute and simple card. So what do you guys think? Isn't that cute? It's crooked. And then that's the inside. So I hope you guys like that. I thought that was really, really super cute. Oh, you know what? Let's add a little something to it. So let's take, these are the 2020-22 in color enamel dots. Where they're not in there. They're right here. And I'm going to take one of the bumblebee yellows, and I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool again. I'm going to use my putty end here to pick one of these up, just like that. And I'm going to put it right on top of our tree, just like that. So there we go. So what do you guys think? I think that added a little special touch there. I love it. I think it's adorable. All right, so that's that card. Thanks, Tony. All right, so the next one is, let me clear off some of this stuff here so I can have some room, because this one, wow, see, I already got green all over that, and I don't even know how I did that. All right. So this piece here we're going to be using, or this card, we're going to be using shaded spruce again. This is, my card base is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I'm going to take my bone folder and give it a nice little crisp burnishing on there. Then we have a piece of layering. This is Whisper White. just regular Whisper White. It's not the thick. And then it's just an 1/8 of an inch smaller, or 1/4 of an inch smaller. So it gives me an 1/8 of an inch border. So it goes just like so on there, but I'm not going to glue this down yet. I almost did. And then we have another piece that's going to layer too. So that's going to go there. And then I took a piece of our bronze foil and I went ahead and I embossed this with the Evergreen 3D embossing folder. And look at that when it's done on foil paper. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. Okay, so that is going to layer right down there. And that is 1/4 of an inch larger. Our layer is 1/4 of an inch larger all the way around, so that it gives me an 1/8 of an inch. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down too. I know this, like I said, I just kind of went over when I was going through my catalog and oohing and on at everything, and I liked it. I just was like, I don't know. But then when I actually seen it in person, the look of it, I'm like, oh no, that is just too pretty. And some of the things that you can do with it, like this card right here, instead of doing this, if you have the moose punch, which I know some of you do, and if you have any of the reindeer dies, you can punch those or die cut those and put those, just pop them up in the forest, the evergreen forest or evergreen trees. What was it called again? Anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. Is your background, and then you can just do your sentiment and, you know, on a strip of piece of paper and cut it out, or you can use a label if you'd like to, and then put that up underneath there, put you a little bow, put you a little rhinestone or some type of a jewel. We have some really pretty ones out there, like there is the iridescent pearls that are absolutely beautiful. I hope to get those soon too. And you could do that and it would make a super cool card as well. Okay, so right now we've got this. Hopefully I put enough glue on that because I got to talking and I didn't push it down all the way. I didn't make sure that it adhered down. I'm gonna flip that over. So if you're just joining me, thank you so much. I hope you say hi and where you're from so that we all can say hi back to you. And let's see here. So that's that. So that is going to go on top of here on our Whisper White layer. Just like so. We're going to center that on there. Hopefully we will anyway. Which I don't think I cut this centered, but it's all right. It is going to be fine. I kind of like it like that anyway. So just like so. But I really need this to be straight. Hey, Jen. Olympia, Washington, is that where you're from? It's pretty up there. Has the color started changing yet up there? All right, so we've got that. All right, so now I am going to take some of this gorgeous ribbon that comes in a combo pack with the gold. We've used this before with the gold cording, and I can't not remember which suite that is from and what the name of it is, but I'll find it and I'll have it listed for you guys. I think it's Wonder of the Season, I think is what it is, Wonder of the Season combo pack, and this is shaded spruce ribbon. So I'm going to cut this without cutting the ribbon, hopefully. Just like that. Okay, so we're going to take this and I'm going to wrap this around the card, just like so. I would love to do this card in my class, but unless I did a product-based class, I don't think I would have enough foil to do it. All right, so, but I'm going to come up with something for our class this month that you guys are going to love. Okay, so I'm going to get my glue dots out, and I am going to put a couple of pieces of glue dot on each end of this ribbon. This ribbon is so pretty. I don't know if you guys can tell or not. On my screen, it almost looks like Pretty Peacock, so you really can't tell the prettiness of this color. Does that even make sense? But let me show you up close. Look at that. It's got like an argyle print to it. It's so pretty. All right, so that is going to go right around here, and I am going to tack that down and tack that down just like so. All right, so now I am going to pop this up. So we're going to put some dimensionals on this. This card, you guys, is not my idea. I did see this off of Pinterest, and I do not remember. Excuse me, I had a frog in my throat. I do not remember who I saw it, or who. You guys know what I'm saying. Excuse me, I had to get a drink of water. Okay, but there was several of different ladies that were doing it, so I don't know who the original designer is that came up with this idea, but it is absolutely stunning, and I had to share it with you guys because I think it really shows off the shaded spruce color and the brushed foil and the ribbon. I just think it's so beautiful. And I'm gonna see if I can't get this on here straight. Ah. We'll see. It was straight enough for me. All right, so now we've got one last thing. So I have, you know what I did? I wanted to use Very Vanilla, and I didn't. I used, because I think that Very Vanilla would have been even more striking, but I used Whisper White. So I need a scrap of Whisper White to stamp and cut with. And I know I have a piece, but I need it to be big enough to punch out a 2-inch circle. So I think this will work. All right. So I am going to go ahead and I think, I'm not sure if I'm going to like this or not, but you know what? We're just going to stick with shaded spruce. All right. So I am going to stamp another sentiment on here, and I am going to use, forgot to tell you, with this card, we use the sentiment from Itty Bitty Christmas, and this is a returning favorite as well. And I'm also going to use Thinking of You at Christmas for this card because I really love the font. And I think it's sweet. So we are going to use that. I didn't put my, I think I already got it blocked up. I do. So it's right here. So I'm going to ink this up. Thinking of You at Christmas. Hopefully I'll get this just right so that I can punch it just right. So there we go. I'm going to close this up. I'm going to bring in my 2-inch punch. I'm just going to center that right there, just like so. Guys, I dropped my punch. It's actually been dropped a couple of times in class, and then I've dropped it. So I really need to replace it because it nicks a little bit. Okay, and I've tried the foil. Sometimes when you fold up some aluminum foil, you can punch through a few times and it will sharpen up your punches, but I think I messed it up. All right, so this is gonna go right like so. And I think what I want to do, well, maybe not. I really was thinking about maybe stamping a couple pine cones on there and embossing them, but I don't think gold embossing will look very good with the copper. So, but we could try, let's try some soft suede. I'm going to go ahead and try it. Because it's better than not to try, right? Because you never know. All right, I need a little stamping block. So here we go. I'm going to ink that up. I'm going to bring in I call it my pin cushion, but it's really not. All right, so I am going to just stamp that. Kind of stamped it off a little bit off the paper, but that is okay. So there we go. So we have that. So actually, what do you guys think? I think that it looks pretty cute. Wish I had some pine sprigs to put in there, but I don't. Okay, so I like it. I think it looks cute. Thanks, Lynette. Thanks, Chris. Okay, so let's see here. I think I like that. I want to put some bling on it, so let's go with, let me see. I just got these in, and I was trying to save them for my class. These are the Champagne Rhinestone Basic Jewels. Aren't these gorgeous? And I think they go very well with the copper. They go great with champagne foil. They go great with gold too. They go great with any color, really. All right, so I am gonna use one of the bigger ones, I think, and I'm gonna put it right there. And then maybe a medium size one. And that one will go right there, maybe. Oop, my putty was coming off. Okay, right there, I think. Well, we're having problems with the putty today. Let me get that off of there. It will go. Well, darn. That has not happened before. Well, we'll get a different one. I'll fix that later. Okay. Alrighty. So then we'll take a medium-sized one and we'll go right there. And then we'll take a little one and we'll come right there. Just like that. Okay. So now I'm going to take some dimensionals. And I think that I want to straddle over the ribbon. So I'm going to put it on both sides like so. Pull off the backing. Okay, so there we go. So what do you guys think? You laughing? Bling bling is always good, unless your putty sticks to it. Okay. All right, so what do you guys think? It's beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I just think it's so pretty. And then we have this one right here. So there you guys go. Those are the two for today. Ah, thanks, Jen. So I love that card. This card sold me on the embossing folder, so I had to get it. And some of the things that I've seen done with it, I can't wait to try because it is absolutely gorgeous, breathtaking. I think they're breathtaking. So I've seen some that are done with the First Frost Designer Series paper. That paper, however, sadly, is not on sale, but it is absolutely gorgeous paper. And they use this folder with that paper. Beautiful, beautiful. Thanks, you guys. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Chris. Okay, you guys, so that is all I have for you today for this Wednesday at lunchtime. Stamping, noon, stamping. So anyway, you guys have a blessed day. The rest of your day, I hope, is many blessings for you guys. Come back next Wednesday to see me at noon for some more lunchtime stamping. Okay, you guys, doodly-doo.